All right, three, two, one. Welcome to the road to chaos. I love it. Really excited to be here with you guys today and announce this new mini series, I guess, of podcasting that Gym Life and the Road to Chaos, Gym Life podcast, Full Sense Sports, all the stuff that I do here at Gym Life Media, taking on this new opportunity to work with Luke Davies and Chaos Promotions to bring you what I believe is going to be a benchmark of great promotions in our sport of strongman moving forward in 2023. I couldn't think of a better ambassador of our sport and promoter, competitor than Luke Davies to promote a show like this and to have as much confidence as I have behind this show to be a tremendous success for our strongman and strongwoman community globally. What Luke is doing there in England in July is nothing short than incredible when it comes to the type of lineup and promotion he's putting together for the U90 Classic. I knew immediately within 10 seconds of Luke putting this show out and announcing it and his first couple invitations to this show being accepted. I knew the kind of lineup that he was putting together, where his mind was going, and over the course of the next few days, it just unfolded into this super lineup of U90 competitors. And when I say super lineup, I think everybody out there has seen this lineup already. And if you haven't, get on the ADL page or the Chaos Promotions page, or get even on the Gym Life Media podcast page and take a look at this list. It is the Kumite of U90. It is the Mortal Kombat. It is the best U90 lineup or any strongman lineup. Any strongman lineup. I would challenge you to show me a better lineup in any competition anywhere in the last 5 years than what we're seeing in the U90 class and what Luke is putting together with those invites to get them out. When we talk about competitors on this list, we're not just talking about, I don't want to cut any program short out there or any promotion short, but we are talking about the highest in pedigree and the highest in resume of every single one of these competitors. Nobody's been left out, and I don't think anybody can argue that. Tyler Davis is going to be there, Nick Myers, Ben Donnan, Shane German, Matt McKeegan, CJ Krause is coming up from the 80s. Matt McKeegan's coming down from the 105s. Both OSG, both perennial contenders at every show that they've been a part of, including Tyler Young, who is also top 10 finisher at Clash 2 years in a row and has a resume as long as my arm, coming down from the 105 class to be a part of this show. So not only are we getting your perennial powerhouses in the U90 class, but we're also now getting these powerhouses from the 80s class coming up and the 105 class coming down. We're also getting guys like John Hack, powerlifter extraordinaire, right? One of the best in the world in the 198 class, taking part in this U90 show for his very first competition. And I think we can all argue John Hack's the kind of guy that we would put there. So when you talk about a super show of competitors, you can't think of a bigger lineup than this. You just can't. Every one of these guys has won a nationals. They have podiumed at an SCL competition or won it, podiumed or won at an Ultimate Strongman competition. They've podiumed or won at OSG. They've podiumed or won at Clash. These are the best competitors the world has to offer in the 90s class. Then on top of that, Luke is going to be having a qualifier to invite 3 more guys to be a part of this show. And I'm here to tell you, if you're a U90 guy that thinks they should be there, or if you're a U90 guy that thinks you have what it takes to beat these guys on the list that I just named to you, and mind you, there's more, and we're going to get to those guys later, then I suggest you get ready for this qualifier. Because when Luke announces that, there should be hundreds of competitors that are bidding for 3 spots in this. Because you can immediately put yourself on the map by doing this show and doing well at it as one of the best U90 guys on the planet in one show. That's why I love the formula that Luke's got going on here with his invites. Nothing short than perfect pedigree resumes, and then providing an opportunity for 3 guys out there to come out of the middle of nowhere and blow this shit up. So I love it. I was having a conversation with Luke the other day. As great as the U90 class is in America, if you take a look around, you see even a bigger picture when it comes to the crop of strong men and strong women we have globally. And what Luke is essentially doing is bringing all these people to one spot. Now, I get it. OSG has been one of those spots for years that a lot of competitors can come to, but it hasn't been exactly ideal or easy in respect to getting a lot of European competitors over there. So Luke has always wanted to do a show over on his side of the pond to see what type of contingency or following of American competitors would be willing to travel to compete against Europe's best and the world's best outside of the United States. I think it goes without saying that the guys that I've already mentioned on this list from the United States, they are the best in the United States, and they all took the opportunity to tell Luke, hell yeah, we're going. We'll see you in England in July. So that's really awesome that the United States guys are like, bring it on. We want the best competition, and if we can't get it here, we're going to travel to it. And Luke decided to put together a show that's going to accommodate all of us, fans, sponsors, competitors alike, to put all the best competitors into one show. I guess you can argue to say, who is the world's strongest man in the U90 class? It just makes me think about Tyler Davis. Tyler had one hell of a year in 2022. Can you imagine anybody winning this show, what that would do to their resume? I mean, I know Tyler's one of those guys that we expect to be there. But then I look down this list and I say to myself, where do I draw the line? What guy isn't capable of podium at this show? I mean, guys, if you're an American out there, you can argue there could be no Americans on this podium because that's how deep this class is when it comes to the rest of the world. And I don't want to make this show just an American show. So I have reached out to all these competitors, and if you haven't heard from me yet, you're going to very soon. I'm going to do an interview with everybody on this list that's going to be a part of this show for the Road to Chaos over the next 7 months, including Ben Donnan, by the way, who I'm going to have a translator in the podcast room with me because he can't speak any English. So I've gotten a hold of Ben. Ben got back a hold of me. He says, I'd love to do it. I just don't speak any English. I said, well, hell, we're not going to stop there. We're going to get a translator, and we're going to make this work. So we're going to hear from every one of these guys and their excitement about being a part of this show. And we're going to do the talking for them on the other side of things when it comes to setting up these rivalries and getting down the path with this show, The Road to Chaos, and bringing the plot lines to all of you guys. Because, boy, are there some plot lines here. There's a lot going on. Tyler Davis with C.J. Pierce, Matt McKeegan dropping down. Boy, C.J. Krause would love to have an opportunity. I guarantee a lot of these Europeans like Shane German and of course, Ben Donnan are just sick of hearing all about these great Americans, right? I mean, there's a lot going on here. And you talk about Nick O'Hare, one of my close friends, and somebody that's been a big part of the shows that I'm doing here with the podcast. Hey, he's got something to prove. He didn't have his best outing at OSG. I can guarantee you, Nick, this is the one show he's got circled on his calendar. If there's only one show he does this year, it'll be this show, and his idea to win it has never been stronger when it comes to his intention. So what I'm getting at is we're going to have a ton of fun with this show. I'm going to let you guys know right now what some of these events are. Whew, man, I'm just jacked up about this. I know, right? Quit your rambling, Joe. Let's get down to business. The events. Now, I've got 6 events for you here. I don't have any weights for you. The events are going to come and fall sort of into these categories. There could be some caveats to these events that will change before Luke gets out the final event list and the final weights. But we have 6 events at the show. The competitors are all aware of them, so I'm going to make you guys aware out there that aren't competing in this show what we expect to see from these guys. And I love what I'm looking at. 6 iconic events that play into everybody's wheelhouse. Log press, we're not sure if that's going to be reps or max. More than likely, Luke's going to make these guys press it out, I have a feeling. Axle deadlift, farmer's walk, sandbag yoke medley, carry for distance, assuming Husfeldt stone, and power stairs. Love it. I think we can all agree those are 6 great events to showcase the talent of every single one of these competitors who, with pressing ability and deadlifting ability and athletic ability, it covers the gamut. So when those events are announced by Luke or in the next couple months or couple weeks, I think, he's going to go ahead and then put the weights to those and make any changes to those 6 core events that he sees fit and how he wants to present those to you guys and exactly what order those events are going to be in. Another thing I wanted to announce to you guys today on our Road to Chaos here is that we have merchandise for the show. Not we at Gym Life here, but Luke does. Merchandise for the show that is 100% of the proceeds are going to the prize pool for these competitors in the U90 class, which is fantastic. I love that. We've seen that happen from other shows as well, on the amateur level even, where there's some type of fundraiser that allows to grow that purse even bigger than what it is. Currently, as of today, January 4th or 5th, Luke's got $6,000 American money in that prize pool right now. That's 6 months away from the show, 7 months away from the show. So we're going to see that prize pool grow considerably. And everybody out there that loves the sport of strongman, that loves the idea of this show, please come on and support that. These are, I think, competitor shirts with their names on it, of course, showing who you support in this show. So spread that love, throw a little money at one of these shirts, and watch that money grow that prize pool and give these U90s one of the biggest prize packages that we've ever seen. And I have no doubt we're going to get there. So I will attach that link to everything that I'm doing so you guys can be aware where you can get those shirts made. I would also like to announce on my show today that I've got a couple guys in this show. I say me, right? Yeah, they're my guys. Well, they are my guys. They're a part of this show. They've been such a big help, lending their analysis as analysts to all the Full Send sports shows that we did in 2022, leading up to a lot of big events, including OSG, if you guys remember. Luke was on that show with me, as was Nick O'Hare, as was CJ Pierce. So I am going to make the announcement today that CJ Pierce and Nick O'Hare are going to be the first sponsored athletes of Gym Life Media, Gym Life Podcast, Full Send Sports, and now The Road to Chaos. I'm going to sponsor both CJ Pierce and I'm going to sponsor Nick O'Hare. I'm going to pay their entry and I'm going to pay for their Airbnb. So short of a plane ticket, we're not giving those guys any reason not to be in this show, not that they needed it. But I'm going to make it a little easier on them to show my gratitude for two of the greatest U90 competitors I can think of that I want to see perform and do really well in this show. And you know I love every one of these guys. It's hard for me to pick a favorite. But for you, CJ, and for you, Nick, for all the help that you gave me last year, and I know all the help that you're going to give me in the future, I want to be able to extend that thanks to you through a sponsorship through Gym Life Media to pay for your Airbnb and to pay for your entry into Road to Chaos. So there you go. Little announcement on my side of things. And I always wanted to do that, and I couldn't think of a better way to kick this show off or to kick this Road to Chaos off with the announcement of those two sponsors, of those two friends of mine who are also top of the world competitors that I know we all appreciate at these competitions. So there you go, guys. That's for you. So anyhow, guys, in the meantime, I'll make these shows relatively short, these update shows. I'll be getting with Luke, here and there. I mean, I won't lose touch with him more than likely. As we get closer and closer to this show, we'll probably be talking most every day or every other day when it comes to the logistics of this show and the information that I need to get out to you guys just to make this show more enjoyable from a fan's perspective, an athlete's perspective, and also a sponsorship perspective. You know, we want to try to get as many sponsors as we can involved in this sport. And this is another way that we can showcase our love for all those sponsors and give something back to them as well to be a part of this big event, because we sure would love to grow that prize pool for all these competitors and get it so we're moving down the road. We have a great template set in place for Chaos Promotions to continue to replicate this for all the strong men and strong women classes out there. So it starts with all you guys. This is one of those shows that's going to be a template of a lot of shows moving forward. I guarantee it. Not only from the way Luke's promoting this show, but also for the way that media people or podcasts like myself are also going to help promote these shows. We want to get bigger and better in giving the information and sharing the information as kind of a pre-event or prelude to all these great events. And this year, Gym Life's going to start with the Road to Chaos because we really, really love what Luke is doing and all the stuff that he's going to be bringing to this great sport of ours. Because, boy, we've been waiting for some change, guys. And I think we're starting to see it. So anyhow, I'm going to leave you with all that. If you got any questions, fire it over to me. I'll be getting with Luke and doing a podcast next week to kick off. I guess this is more of a pre-show. We'll kick off the official Road to Chaos with an interview with Luke Davies himself. I'll be posting all week on Instagram about any questions you guys might have for Luke leading up to this show. And I'm also going to dive into Latham, St. Anne's, which is in England there where the show's at. Listen, I've already been over there in Google Maps and trying to find out what's going on over there. It's an iconic England seaside village. They've got everything over there anybody would enjoy for a vacation. So I'm going to be kind of your vacation guide a little bit as well. As I discover some cool shit over there, I'm going to bring it all to you guys as well. Kind of turn this into a little bit more than just about competitors in the competition, but really about this promotion, where it's at, and how we should all get excited about it, especially if you plan on traveling over there. So next week, we'll have a chat with Luke. So I'll get out that information to you guys in respect to throwing some questions back my way. We'll get Luke on and we'll go from there. Then after that, of course, I'm going to start bringing on all these competitors and doing short interviews with them leading up to the show so we can all get an opportunity to get to know all these great competitors, share the love with these great competitors, get their names to become household names to help grow our sport. That's what I want everybody to do in 2023. When you guys see shows like this, posts from guys like Luke that are promoting shows, posts from your favorite strongmen or friends or lifting partners or training partners that you support, don't just share it with other strongmen. Get these posts out there to other people within our community and the lifting community and beyond. That's how we're going to grow the sport. Guys, we got to crack out of our bubble here. And let's use 2023 in the first week of 2023 here to get that started in the right direction. So all this year, we can continue to share all this great content, all these great promotions, and all these great athletes with everybody out there in our communities at large. So I'll leave you with that. We'll see you next week with Luke Davies. Stay strong.